Would you like some shitty players to podcast about a game they're not good at?
What's up, Digidestin? Thank you for listening to the Security Check Digimon TCG podcast. Make sure to join the Cataclysmic Cardboard Discord server via the link in the description. And now, let's jump into the digital world.
You guys will have to inform me how Discord tournament locals went, because I wasn't there. I was only there for like the end.
I wasn't there either, and challenge was broken, so I didn't see who was going where.
I know Mega Sweaty had to take that by the reins and manually put that crap into whatever he was putting it into.
Bless his heart.
I mean, like, because I was like, how are they doing this tournament with challenge down? No, they're still running.
Mega Sweaty's goated. That's how.
Yep. Get that man a Discord cookie.
I was about to say he does have a very unique set of skills when it comes to that stuff. It's like, oh, I just happen to know.
Insert the taken meme here. I
Yeah.
have a very specific set of skills. I will find you, and we will throw cards.
He won though, didn't he? Pretty sure he won.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Right.
playing Mastamon.
Was that Mastamon, or was he playing Billstar?
No,
He was
Masty
playing
with
Masty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of the-
Masty.
Some of the people called it security control, but I'm 99% sure it was Mastamon.
No. So, like, I don't know. Like I've said it before. I want to say there's a thin line, but I mean, like, the decks do similar things, but in drastically different ways. People just see Chaos Degradation and Magna Angemon and automatically assume
Set
that
control.
is security control. Chaos deck.
I just think when people see
Card's good.
yellow and they freak out, they're like, "Oh no!" Like, Venusmon set control. Well, no, not really. It's really
It
not.
is security control, but I'm not controlling you with my security stack. I'm controlling
Yeah.
the security you can take from my stack.
Yeah. It's along the same line. It's just different ways of doing it. So yeah, good old Alex Mega Sweaty brought the sweat. He does run some spice in that. I thought it was cool. It doesn't pop off very. I won't reveal his spice, but it is neat when it does work. It's pretty bad, pretty awesome.
You can enlighten us, and
Oh, okay.
someone can just like cut it out.
He
I know.
runs some.
I mean, unless he's opposed to letting the spice out.
Oh well, I mean, he runs some poop in it.
Oh, I seen that
I've
today.
seen-
I was.
Seen a lot of people running that. Yeah, they run 4 Sukamon and 4 King Sukas, right?
Yeah, I won't say he came out with it, but we did play this almost 2 weeks ago when I first seen it in action. So he's, like I said, he probably didn't invent it, but it was pretty cool. When I was like, "Why are you running that?" And then when it happened, I was like, "Man, I hate that."
He used it against me. I was playing black base, black or gray X, and he used it against me and turned the black or gray X stack into poop and then obliterated it.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, "Oh, that's funny." So what?
Speaking of Black War Greymon, Ulti Cup rules. You think more people will go black base so they can keep playing Yuya, or you think people just run red base for all the plus security and stuff?
As much as I want to say that people will start running the black base, I think
Red has better eggs.
you're just better off playing the red base because being able to kill people quickly is going to be a lot more
Mm-hmm.
important.
It
in a
never
limited
clicked,
format.
and then it didn't click to me yet. And then somebody said it the other day, and I was like, wait, that is right. They have to play black base to play Yuya, and then with Ulti Cup rules, you lost Cool Boy and X Antibody.
Well, wait a
So
minute.
it was like,
Since you brought it up, let's go into the Ultimate Cup rules.
oh yeah, sorry, segue.
Wait. Before we segue, we need to. Mikey, can you tell everybody about our sponsor for this episode?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what, guys? If you would love to bling out your jank without breaking the bank, you can go to www.prismaticdefender.com and you can pick up yourself some wonderful sleeves. Yep, we are sponsored by wonderful Prismatic Defender. They're awesome, and you can buy all kinds of stuff. You can shop their bundles. You can use the Explorer bundle. Comes with matte or holographics. They are actually, we got some Cosmonaut sleeve bundles, but they are running low on stock, guys. So if you want to get some of these wonderful holographic sleeves, you need to go ahead and get them now. They come with wonderful foiling on the front and back of the card. As you can see on here, it gives a star foil pattern, and they come in multiple colors. So yeah, go ahead and run over to prismaticdefender.com and get yours today. Yep. They have all
Alright.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And now,
So back to the Ulti Cup.
so yeah, I got it pulled up right here. This is the wonderful Ulti-Cup prizing. I'm still sharing my screen with you guys, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. We got the Gigimon and the, I'm talking gorgeous Crimson mode.
That is.
Man,
The Crimson
Oh.
mode is sick.
they don't miss, I feel like, with the Ultimate Cup arts. I feel like they don't spare anything on those.
I mean, in general, the cards already are beautiful. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the AP manager at work stopped me the other day and he's like, I saw your TikTok. Those cards are like gorgeous. And I'm like, dude, they're unmatched.
Sleeves, mats, the whole 9 yards. But like good old Haggy was talking about, this is the thing. So prizing is subject to change, blah, 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 blah. Here's all the event dates, all that stuff. And now I think the rules are down here at the bottom. Yeah, there's the prize list. Where's the rules at, guys? I thought we had the rules here. Oh, there they are. Rules. No, wait,
We're
that's the
going.
normal
There
rules.
are no rules.
Ha ha ha. Wait, did the Ultimate Cup not have their rules out? Is it not right here? Did I pass it? Important notes, event dates. Where's the rules list?
I don't know. It was on the website because I remember I was looking at the 2 cards they decided to limit.
Well,
Or
they
ban.
went ahead and
Did they
limited
limit
some
them or did they
cards.
outright ban them?
Which ones?
Grand Kawaga promo and what was the other card?
Limited
thing?
to 1.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And was it Metal Gar or was it the Were Garurumon promo? Because they hit Grandis and they hit they hit Grandis and they hit Were Garurumon because they were not affected by the Ulti Cup rules. And then the Ulti Cup rule set kind of checks all the other, I'm not going to say problem decks, all of the other popular decks.
This Ulti Cup is a test to see what the issues are with certain cards.
Well, it also, I feel like it opens up the format.
It does.
Makes it more creative too.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
I was about to say, I just found it.
Yeah, I did too. All right. So this got announced. These are the new banned cards. So wait. Oh, those are banned for Asia.
Only banned in Ulti Cup.
Where are they at?
Yep.
Okay, no, this is the normal band set.
Okay. Yeah,
Dadgummit.
I got you.
Send me a link.
Promise everybody we know what we're doing. We're trained buffoon professionals.
I can't copy it.
One of those things is correct.
I love how everybody has a stinking video on it. I just want the list.
Right, that's been my problem the last few days trying to find anything after Nats. It's like everything's a YouTube video. I just want to look at something and read it. It's fun.
But anyway,
okay, I just sent it.
Okay.
We're
on top of it, guys. There it is. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me any.
It's in Discord.
I know, but I can't. I can't drag that over. Anyway, so the Ultimate Cup, we'll just go ahead and shut this down. The Ultimate Cup rules are as follows. Let me bring this over here. Okay. Maximize that bad boy. All right. So mulligan rules, they're going to have mulligans, which basically you get one free. You'll draw your 5 cards, place your security, and then you'll put, take your 5 down the bottom. So yeah, that's all that is. So that's that rules. And then these are the new ban and restricted. This is for the Ultimate Cup, just March and April modified rules. Okay. So that's just for those 2 months. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But players must construct a deck and digi-egg deck using cards of only one color. Multicolored cards with a matching color are also legal for use. Basically means you can have a yellow-red card if you run red eggs or yellow eggs. You can do that. Okay, then see additional restricted. So Grand Quag is 1. Chaos Deg is limited to 1. Ban cards are Death X, Wergarurumon, and Cerberusmon Werewolf mode.
I missed that one.
Yeah, a lot of people have. That basically gets rid of
Loop.
Merva. Well,
Various loop. It's a
yeah.
You can loop without it, but it's a very nice tool to have.
It's gaining all that memory helps a lot.
Yeah.
To be honest, you can still run it the old way with Lilithmon and Creepymon. You could still do it like that, but I don't think it's as effective or as quick as this one. So, yeah. So, what do you guys think about it?
Boo! They killed my bug boy. Boo!
Well, there's other Grand Quaggas you can run. They're just not as good as that one.
Are there though? Are there? Yeah, no. No, I mean, I'm excited to see what decks top. I'm hoping we see diversity. I have a big fear that we're going to see Bloomlord everywhere. We're going to see Wargray X everywhere, and some purple. Probably, I don't know. Because
I think
the mono purple thing, like I almost said Beelstar, but a lot of the options Beelstar plays aren't purple.
I think you're gonna see Ulforce everywhere too. And you know what else I think you're gonna see? I think you're gonna see Gallantmon everywhere because of Bloomlord.
Yep, because Gallantmon didn't really play Cool Boy, and I don't think Gallantmon's going to notice not playing an X antibody.
No.
For the most part.
You just play hard on the Destruction Gallantmon and control.
This is my one. You can talk to Andrew. I raged when playing against his Rusty Zord deck. But what I take away from this is one big thing. Is I've always said, hey man, why doesn't our meta run more options? Or this is almost making decks simpler. Like when I was rebuilding War Gray, man, it made it simple. I was like, oh, well, I can add in some more Crimson Blaze, or I can add in some more Gaia Force, or maybe I can play Ancient Greymon, or ooh, what about Shine Greymon? That's good. Lots of DP reduction on multiple bodies. There's, like you said, I just hope it opens up the door. And I'm afraid if Bloomlord does come out, I don't think he's going to do that well. Because, for instance, in Ancient Greymon, you done ran 4 Crimson Blaze and 4 Gaia Force. You were kind of building a red security control. It's like with just bombs in it. 4 red memory boost, 4 Crimson Blaze, and 4 Gaia Force. I mean, that's a lot of stuff for red. That's the most option cards Red's ran in a long time. BT8.
I mean, it's at one point you completely forgot what an option was.
I did. So now looking at my Ancient Grey deck with basically 15 cards that don't do damage.
So what I'm hearing is when I get home, take my 2 Nidhoggmons and either make them 2 Shivamons or do a 1-1
Yes.
split. Got you.
No, yeah.
2
Shivamon.
Shivamons for sure. I think that is
So,
the matchup there.
Shivamon won't save you from the security bombs, unfortunately, but it will prevent you from playing them from your hand. So,
Mm-hmm. Which Crimson Blaze,
which I was playing
Yeah.
Shiva over Nidhogg anyways. What am I talking about? I don't even have Nidhogg in my deck right now. They're already Shivamons. But to not sound like a scrub, when I get home, I'm swapping my Nidhoggmons for a Shivamon.
Gallantmon, and like I said, I'm kind of upset because maybe it's just because I play, Tiny all the time, and he really knows how to pilot Gallantmon. I feel like it was never a bad deck that everyone gave it. It may have been slower, but now that there's not all that protection, and you can't stack X anybody, War Gray digivolve into said, or whoever digivolve into said X ultimate, that's not going to be there now. Gallantmon can just blow you up before you get there.
We're going to see a rise in Gallantmon after the Beelza structure comes out, because Crimson mode can pop off against Beelzemon.
I didn't take anything really negative from Ultimate Cup because, like I said, this is just going to be for March and April. This, to me, insinuates that they will change or could change the next.
They'll see
2
what.
months.
Yeah, they'll see. I'm hoping they'll stick with the mono color thing, and they'll just adjust the restricted and limited cards to rein in newer decks, because Beelzemon comes out in April. So we'll get a little bit. There'll probably be one tournament where Beelzemon is legal.
Yeah,
And then
should be, yeah.
I think in May they'll, if Beelzemon does as good as everybody's thinking it's going to do, they'll rein in some of the Beelzemon package. I don't think anything on the list currently will come off, but I think they will add to it.
Well, or what about this? They had us fill out those weird questionnaires. I don't know if you guys filled out one. They had weird stuff you could vote on, different rule sets and everything. What if they completely change it? What if this is just me just totally randomly, brainstorming here. What if they just change it every time to a completely different rule set? Because this allowed all these decks, or we're hoping, allowed all these decks to come out and kind of get some more playtime in again. What if they change it again the next 2 months and it allows a totally different set of decks? We're like, I'm okay with it being the Copium Cup, is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the Copium Cup. Cool. I'm fine with it.
I don't think I'll hop on the Copium Cup thing. I think that, the reason we didn't get full power Crows when that set came out was because it dominated in Japan. They're trying to keep the format to where it's not the same three, which, I mean, no card game ever has true balance. There's always going to be the better decks. But I think with these Ulti Cup rule sets and the cards they hit and restricted, they're trying to keep it fresh, because I think there for a while they noticed their player base was dwindling because everybody got tired of playing against the same deck they didn't want to play.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So
I like it.
Everyone knew. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just saying I like it because, like I said, I might go play and go literally X3 or whatever, and have to drop. But the Ultimate Cup always has pretty cool prize support, for even, just signing up and playing your matches. Like I said, the thought of me maybe taking Shine Greymon back, I don't know, it's kind of got me feeling really nostalgic, like, hey, he might actually be able to do something again. Like,
Yep.
and not just get totally rolled because I don't know.
I just wish there were in-person events.
Yeah,
Oh, me too.
that's the sad mode part.
And I wish we had
Um,
more of them. I feel like we get punished because where there's so many of us, we don't get in person and they're always online and we only get like 2. Whereas everyone else seems to get a ton more matches, it feels like where was that? Let's go back to the events and we'll go back to the Ultimate Cup and you'll see how many other places has so many more tournament dates than us. Like we get 2. We have March 18th and March 25th. Latin America, sadly only gets March 25th. Oceania. Is it Europe? Yeah. Europe gets quite a few. Which, like I said, they're in mass different regions, but see, this is an offline Ultimate Cup. Offline, 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 online. Only America and Oceania. Like that's it. Everyone else is offline.
Boo.
I-
God.
Hey, after going to Pokemon regionals, I loved it. I want some more in-person events. That's not in California or
Exactly.
Texas.
Yeah, that is one thing. Boys' trip to when we went to South Carolina for the Pokemon regionals, that was hell of fun.
Knoxville,
Hell,
I
even
take my
one-
I
kids.
mean, we even X2 drop and still had a blast because
even One Piece just had a big in-person tournament in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Bandai obviously is wanting to do these. I mean, I was like, okay, we'll give them to us. And then like, all the Battle Saga stuff, I'm assuming is going to be in person. Like, why is Digimon getting the shaft? And this may not be Bandai. This may be the hosts of
Could
these
be.
Ulti Cups. They may just want to do it online because it's easier. They don't got to rent a venue. They don't got to abide by COVID restrictions and fire marshal restrictions and stuff like that. I mean, so like, I don't want to throw all the shade on Bandai because each one of those regionals is sponsored and hosted by a different company.
Yeah. One's PPG and one's Core. So.
Yep. And then, yeah. But I don't know. Like, look at all the decks that did good in Nats, and then look at the restrictions that the Ulti Cup rules impose, and tell me. Well, I just about said it. Tell me one deck that didn't get hit by that. But Old Force was in top 8, and Old Force is unbothered by the Ulti Cup rule set. But Kroos is out because you cannot build a monocolor Kroos deck
Well,
because that's.
It's funny you mentioned that because I've got the list pulled up so they can see like all the decks. Like Jessmon is gone. Like it's not
Because you
coming
can't play.
back.
Yeah, because you can't play any of the Sistermon, so there's your engine gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kroos, you could go red, but you can't play any of your materials. You can't
Nope.
play any of your tamers. You have Taiki and Shoutmon. Like, okay. They purposely hit Metalgar. They purposely hit Grandis. They purposely hit Masty. They
Black War
purposely
Gray.
hit Lilith. Black War Gray has to make the decision of go red or go black. It's like go more aggressive, go more control-y, but like they can't play everything now. Like
Well, it still gets rid of some of their protection because even, when I adjusted my War Greymon X deck, I had the new Metal Greymon X antibody and I have the new Metal Gray because you remove an X antibody option and it saves you once. So I don't have that now. So like I said, they can still run. They're still going to be big, beefy boys swinging at your face. And, you still got Gaomon and all that can blitz if you have red or block if you run black. So it's like it's still a dangerous deck. It's just you got to decide how you want
Not
to
as
run it.
consistent. Yeah, it
The
doesn't have.
choice you have to make is you go red base to keep the protection, or you go mixed or black base to go faster and be more control-y. Because the black war gray X is more control-y, but if you go black base, you can get the extra speed from the new Greymon X with the reduced digivolve cost.
Yeah.
But you don't get the protection because you can't run the X antibody option. However, if you go back to the original Greymon X antibody that's just red and you run the red base, you can still get protection out of that, and you can
Yep.
run Alterous mode for extra protection in case you don't get your Greymon X in the stack. So you can still have that protection and get the new Metal Gray X protection because it doesn't rely only on X antibody. If you have Metal Gray in the stack, it also counts for that.
I think we'll see a lot of Galactimon too. It's unbothered and did relatively well at Nats, specifically Euro Nats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Machindermon just can't do anything, right?
No.
It's not. I mean, it can still be played, but it's just not.
Yeah, but like you lose, like the big thing with Machindermon is getting all these crazy inheritables. But if you can't play two colors, because a lot of your really good inheritables are on monocolor, red or black, yeah. So it's like you can't go red base because then you can't play Machindermon. And if you go black base, you lose all your red inheritables.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see a drop in Machindermon's price.
Doubt.
Shut up. Let me
I
go.
know. I'm just as upset as you with the new Metal Tyrannomon. Like, he's busted.
I just think it's kind of crazy how we're here now, and it's okay. Like I said, Ultimate Cups are kind of their own thing. We don't run off of a point-based system here or anything like that. Store championships are still going to be under the same normal banned and restricted list. I do think that reading through the comments, there are areas that are weirder than ours, where we are the main part of our player base. We run Bandai ban list, Bandai rules. Like we don't run a lot of 3v3s or whatever. It's round robin or Swiss. We run normal tournament rules. I guess other areas have different formats and stuff and different rule sets, and like some areas even still run best of one, which is crazy because North America has never been best of
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, like Japan still does best of one, right?
Yeah, but we never have. So it's like it's weird reading these comments on Facebook and Twitter and stuff and being like, "Well, my area runs best of one." I'm like, it must be a hard transition for you if you actually win your store champions and go to nationals then. Like that's just weird to me.
But like
Yeah.
I've seen some tournaments post like they do Swiss, like all of Swiss is best of one, and then when they do top cut, it becomes match. It's best of three.
Maybe it's because our player base is
Which
just
I guess
so
that's a way
massive.
to. I guess that's a way to get through. Like if you got a really huge turnout, get through Swiss
Yeah.
faster. But yeah, like they'll do best of one Swiss, and then top cut is match set. Ulti Cup is mulligan, no sideboard, right? So there's no side decking.
Yeah, the side decking, I'm pretty sure it's went the way of the dinosaur.
That's
But
what I thought. Because I thought some of the older Ulti Cups had the side decking because they used the Ulti Cups to demo stuff before
Yeah,
they integrated into the official rule set. So
Yeah.
like the Ulti Cup was where we first saw mulligan. The Ulti Cup was where we first saw sideboarding.
but yeah, I'm okay with it. Like I said, the Ultimate Cup is just here or there, but like, we've been talking about nationals a lot, and I've got the breakdown chart pulled up, and hopefully the viewers that are watching this and not just listening to it, you can see why they did what they did. You have
Yeah.
16 Black or Greymon. 10 Grandis, 4 Cross, 4 Merva Cross, 3 Set Control, 2 Blue Flare, War Greymon X at 2, and then all these are 1. Bloomlord, Jessmon, Machine Dron, Mastymon, Doorbrick, Mervaloop was at 2. So, I mean, you had 2 in the tier 1, which was greater than 15%. So Black War Gray and Grandis was just massive. And Japan was kind of the same way. If you look at Japan's reference data that's on this, Black War Gray X was 104, 22% of the turnout. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yep, compared to the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, the other ones look pretty like, oh, like there's Galacti with 9, and you're like, oh, that's only at 1%. And you see Blue Flare at 20, Mastamon at 23. But this is okay with me because those are Mastamon's a good deck. All Force, Blue Flare, War Gray X, Examon. I mean, those are Jessmon, Bloomlord, Ophanimon, Beelzemon, Metal Guard. Those are all good decks. It's just crazy to see it versus ours. Which Japan has a lot more reference data. I'm assuming quite a few more events. We're just basing it off our nationals versus their normal just data of their whole season up until that point. So yeah.
I just instantly get dragged to the blue at the bottom. 5 Justimon. Purple
that's
hybrid.
not a bad turnout. When you accumulate it, that means that like in ours, those almost won't be represented. But this is what Ultimate Cup is. Sorry, besides Justimon, but Armor Rush. Armor Rush is a deck that can work in Ultimate Cup. You have to remember, you just run blue base. You done run it. Okay. Vaccine. That's one of their
true.
news.
That's not true. That's not true for Armor Rush because some of the options you run for Armor Rush are not blue.
They're blue green.
Few of them are white.
Oh, Fire Rocket.
Fire Rocket
It's
is
red.
red and Armor Texture is white.
You can still get around it. You can just throw in Megadeth and Gigadeath.
But you can't play those unless you have Lydramon on field because you got to control a blue and a green source.
You'll have Ken and David.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken and Davis. I was forgetting about Ken and Davis.
Yeah,
you'll definitely have Ken and Davis in the deck.
I blanked on that. Cause like my brain is like, because we were talking the other day about like can Imperial Dramon still work? But yeah, no, okay, yeah, maybe.
But I said it to you guys. It's hitting the main decks that came from this set that they wanted. Galactic Mon, the Vaccine deck. What was the other one?
Come on. Come on.
I mean, it's going to
You mean what was it everybody's playing?
Tyrannomon?
Leomon?
No. Yeah, Leomon with Gaomon top.
Yeah, that's another.
Let me dream.
Well,
Let me dream.
It might be able to work in an Ultimate Cup setting, and Tyrannomon can do well.
No,
Rust Tyranno can.
Can't because Pangeamon's mono green, isn't it?
One of them is.
At Pangeamon. So like you can still play the blue Leomon stuff, but I don't think you'll be playing Pangea X or you can't play Pangeamon because like you lose part of the engine.
You're talking about
so
Galmon.
Like you're really, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Pangeamon's mono green that we got in BT 11.
I just think it's funny. What?
No, go ahead.
Well, I just thought it was funny because they released the specific deck list on how to build the Galactic Mon archetype and the Vaccine, Phoenix Beast.
And they kept them all monocolored.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see where you're going. I see. They're laying the foundation.
Yeah, because they wanted those decks to shine because they literally added one of the new mechanics. It would be like if Examon in the last set was like, you know what I'm saying? Like people wanted to play him, you know, and then
R.I.P. anyone who wanted to play Xmon.
well, yeah, because they couldn't. They'd had to spend $120 if they
Yeah,
didn't pull him.
All Force. R.I.P. to people wanting to play All Force.
But yeah, that was my whole point. I thought it was weird, like not in a bad way, but they're like, hey, Galactic Mon's really cool. He cannot survive in this meta. Hey, I've played Vaccine quite a bit against you, you know, Drew, and it's like it's tough in those matchups. Like it just is because you need kind of multiple bodies, and with Death Exmon running around and these massive stacks that can one shot me, it's tough. You need kind of room to breathe with those decks, and you can't.
We also get to test some decks for Ulti
Mhm.
Cup coming
Yeah.
into the Bielsa Cup.
That's true. And I think that's going to be cool. That's an actual big event.
I'm just showing up for that one as moral support.
Since you brought it up, here's that. It's going to be a starter deck pre-release tournament March 17th through March 23rd. See, multicolored cards must have purple as one of their colors to be permitted. So literally, this is the egg thing. The Ulti Cup rules. Single color cards must be purple. This
Those
applies to
promos.
Mm-hmm.
Those promos. And that gold stamp winner. Ooh. Chef's kiss.
Look at that participation, that awesome Beelzemon cup.
Yeah.
on that
Look at the Beelzemon for the winner.
That is blinged out. That's almost like that's like a trophy in itself.
That it is. Let me put
gonna
winner
look
along the
real-
side of it.
That's gonna look real good on
Andrew's desk.
no. Who wins all of our locals?
And what's funny is
Connie.
Tiny can still play
Merva?
It's just he'll have to take out his analog youth. But it's still a powerful deck. Even I mean, analog helps, but he can run other stuff in there.
How to build purple.
I'll find other ways to put things in the trash and gain memory.
Well, there done is one. There's done a wonderful purple the duo tamers. You know that it's purple. Hang on, I was running
Is
a
it
while.
Mimi Sora, or are you talking about
Yeah.
I and Mako?
Mimi Sora.
Mimi Sora.
Yeah.
How to win purple Ulti
Or-
Cup. For Ghazi.
Iomako would work good too.
Or Gazi. Yeah, my Grand Dragmon, I think I played one I and Mako.
I mean, there's still a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. And I like this because I want more starter deck tournaments because those are always super fun. Sealed formats or, like controlled
So, like,
formats like
even-
that to me are fun.
Even like Yu-Gi-Oh, like they usually always do a release tournament for their structure decks, and like it's like the like little folding paper playmat you get in those structure
Yep.
decks. Well, the prize support for the Yu-Gi-Oh ones is that printed playmat, but on a cloth playmat. Like it's super nice.
See?
And they're usually like one for winner, and then they give one away as a door prize, like like a.
Listen, I have opened up so many Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, like starter decks and been like, this would make a sick playmat. I wish you weren't on paper.
Right? Every Yu-Gi-Oh structure deck, man, especially this newest one, which I'm a Trap Trick fan anyways, so like I was super excited. But they're like, yeah, Trap Tricks is getting a structure deck. Like the playmat is so clean. I just got to rip that image and put it on my own playmat because
Oh,
I don't think Konami did it this time.
I do feel bad because I always have a knee-jerk reaction. That's just the way my brain works. And then as I calm down and have time to think about it, like for instance, when Drew first mentioned the Beelzebub Cup, I was like, ew, purple, gross.
Can we call? Can I make the boomer comment
Yeah,
to
go
that
ahead.
statement? You're like, ooh, change. They're like, wait a minute, this is kind of nice.
Yeah. And then it's kind of cool when you start thinking, like, I've talked about the creepy loop. I was like, that's a cool deck. And then playing Merva, like I said, like my eyes lit up watching Tiny put together the Infinity Stones and beat my brains in with Merva loop. I was like, yes.
This man's spent locals on Sunday. I'm going to say coaching, but I mean, Tiny knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
Assisting. He spent his Sunday assisting his opponent on how to beat him.
He did more than once. Not just with me. He did it with two other people too.
He did it to me too, kind of. Like he looked at me. He goes, "You got hybrid?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You got game?" I was like, "Yeah."
Well, I mean, there's no sense in drawing it out because that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no sense in like agonizing anyone if he's got hybrid, because I didn't see you shuffling your cards or twitching any. I was like, oh, he's got the answer. It's like playing poker at that point. It's like, oh,
What you're telling me is I have a tail and like I just need to constantly stitch at my cards. Gotcha.
Yeah, you do. Because if you're not fidgeting at your cards, you're not working. It's like when I was looking at Johnny Beck, I was coaching him how to do Metal Gar, and the Yu-Gi-Oh players beside of me were like just staring at me when I'm like, no, man, you goofed. Bring that back.
Oh yeah, no, you don't do that in Yu-Gi-Oh. No, you let your opponent misplay, and then you kick their teeth in, and then after you beat them, you tell them where they misplayed and why they lost and why they should feel bad.
If it was a case tournament or a box tournament, yeah, but this was local, so I was like, no, Johnny, bring that thing back up. Come here.
And local should be a community like that. Like, price support is nice. You can pay $10 and get your packs, whatever. But
yeah,
especially like with Johnny being. Especially with Johnny being a newer player, like, teach him. Let him learn.
Yeah. Because he's not going to enjoy the game if he gets his butt beat in every weekend. It's not going to be fun. So he's got to have that practice in those settings. And Johnny's played enough cards. I know it seems overwhelming to him, but he's played enough Magic. He's going to get
avid Magic player.
Yeah, the man has 25 years of Magic experience. So
yeah,
it's just weird. Like when we were talking about when attacking effects and stuff, but like I was teaching him how to build a stack. I was like we were sitting there one game. I was like, "Do you have all 3 pieces?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Promote and build." It's like you have like and watching him be like, "Oh," it's like. Yes.
He understands how card games work, but he's still I think he's played Magic and pretty much only Magic for so long that he's still in the Magic frame of mind. So it takes time. It takes time for him to acclimate to the Digimon way of things.
Yeah, he's like reaching down and tapping tamers to like pay mana costs.
Yeah.
But I mean, man knows his stuff. He's good. And
yes,
Digimon has a lot of different mechanics, so like it's gonna take a few for them gears to start turning for him to be like, oh yeah.
And I think,
and then like sequencing and ordering of mechanics.
And see, that's the thing. Wait, I want to call out the Digimon community on this one. We are terrible. We are terrible at teaching people because literally. Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Sequence of effects.
Yeah, Magic has stack. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has chain. Digimon has shit procs when it procs, and you choose in the order you resolve it.
And we have been terrible
you
at
can choose wrong.
Yes.
You can choose very, very wrong.
Absolutely.
Just like this morning when I text you guys and was like, did you know that like, hey, this Phoenix Mon effect, and when I told drew that and he was like, that's insane. When you look at that flow chart and you go, oh, you do play that Bergermon with its effect because it's still doing the security is gone. It's still attack. Yep.
That effect goes into the sequencing before your attack is resolved.
Yes. So it gains +1 security. We're talking about Bergermon, I think it's BT5. It gives plus on play. It gives +1 security. So you swing in with Phoenixmon or whoever, and basically when a security card is removed from your opponent's security stack, you can proc an on deletion effect of one of your, basically one of your in your stack. So you can proc Phoenixmons on deletion, which lets you play a bird beast, blah, 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 base 3000, and then you add 2 to it for each tamer. So if you have 2 tamers on board, which you're going to, you run quite a few tamers, you can literally play that Bergermon from your hand, which is 7000 DP, and then it gives, so you get to check 2 checks, which is cool because if you happen to have another Phoenixmon on the field, guess what?
You get that twice.
You get
You
two
get that-
Bergermons.
And then you can be checking technically for +4 security or, 3 checks. And then you would get like maybe a blocker or an on-play Biomon or something crazy. Like, because I was wondering, there's several that have like on-play effects. So like, and it works.
Yeah,
it's neat.
I don't normally play red. Not one of my colors. It's like red and purple is like it to me. But this bird deck has I have constructed it, but I'm about to sleeve it up.
All I have to say to that is, gee, Akiho, how come your Phoenixmon lets you have 2 Bergermons?
Sora who?
Yeah. That was like Tomo and everybody when I played them with it. They're like, "Oh, you run Sora." I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of themed. She kind of works." Giving that plus 2000 DP. Just
It's like, Mom, can we have Akiho? No, we have Akiho at home.
So Sora, 3-cost Sora.
Yeah.
But yeah, having Tomo and Mega Sweaty and some of even the newer guys that came in. Sorry, I don't remember you all because chat has exploded.
Oh
and
my
we've gained a
gosh,
lot of new
you're telling
people.
me.
And they're experienced players. So this is opening up my eyes, and I'm being like, this is like, the whole new world starts playing. Like Aladdin stretches out his hand to me, and I'm like, yes, I will get on this carpet and ride. Like, it's just like crazy to think like, oh, I love Digimon, but I've been playing it wrong. Like, I don't know, it's cool. And I feel like our community, I love the community we built. I feel like we have the same group of guys that are trying to coach each other and teach everyone.
Like the guy I played round 1 on Sunday was playing Jessmon. Like, he declared his attacks like he was playing Magic. So he declared all of his attacks. I was like, that is fine. You can attack with everything. I was like, but they have to attack one at a time.
Yep.
I was like,
you gotta resolve one before you can do the next one.
Yes. And there was a sequence of attacks that I won that game, and there was a sequence of attacks he won that game. And I looked at him, and I was like, you can attack with both of these Sistermons. I was like, I have a blocker, and my blocker beats one of your Sistermons. So how you sequence this wins you the game. Which one attacks first? He looked at it, and he looked at my blocker, and he goes, okay. So, he swung with the bigger one first that killed my blocker, and then swung with the last one that, hit me for game. But it's like, he tapped everything. It was like, I swing out. I was like, that's fine. In what order? I was like, it's not it's not Magic. And he was a new player. He straight up said, this is my first time playing outside of just my friend group at home. I was like, that's fun. I'm not playing a particularly sweaty deck. I'm here to have fun too.
Mm-hmm.
So there was another new person at locals.
Yes.
Yeah, new
Okay.
face.
Yep.
Yes. The guy, he was a fellow that
We're
I
growing.
had not seen before. It was good to see some new blood, and also I managed to recruit Undead Dead guy, Johnny's the one we Undead Dead guy. I managed to recruit him into playing Digimon, so it was his first time at a tournament this past Sunday as well. So that was good.
Woo! Insert the moist critical
Yeah.
clip. Woo!
And that's cool because if everybody just the base comes, we have like 10 people now. Easy.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah.
Which
Which
I
means
noticed
more packs.
Which I noticed some people's like 10 people, but listen, for us this is great considering for a couple times it was just us.
Yeah, well, there were times when it was only the security check crew at locals. It was just the four of us.
There
Or
was
just
times
two
when it
of
was
us.
just two of you guys.
Yeah, there were times when it was just two of us, and they obviously they can't hold a tournament that way, so we just sat down and played some friendlies.
So yeah, I really hope they do more with this because I feel like this was accepted very well by the majority of Digimon players because first off, we've all been kind of humped about Beelzemon, the starter deck. I have held on to some of my less blingy Beelzemon stuff because he is one of my favorite, antagonist. I guess you could say it first. Like, I do like him. So I think he's a very cool. So like, I think they finally done right by. They've always shown him some love, but this is like a big fan service and everything towards a very cool character.
I made a post on Reddit about what everybody was playing for the Beelzemon Cup, and most people are playing Beelzemon.
I mean, that's fitting.
All the comments, but if they weren't so expensive, like that'd be fun. But I'm not going for that right now.
Well, plus, like I said, like this is cool because Ultimate Cup is done preparing us for it. Like you can run, yellow purple. Like I said, like you can run your green. No, wait, this new Titamon's green, right? Or is he green purple?
He's purple.
He is green purple.
So you can run him. So I mean, it's nice. I think it's cool. But just joining the fun for the purple themed deck. And I hope they do it for more. Like, I mean, I don't know. Usually they release 2 starters,
Yeah, but see, this one's not like a starter deck. This is like a special starter. Like that's why it's only getting released solo instead of as a pair. Because this one's what is it? Premium starter deck is what they're calling it.
Advanced.
Well, you do get a lot of cool stuff with it.
Yeah, you do.
Speaking of,
but they already announced the next decks we're getting after this is another black purple Garuru Greymon. Yeah, so it'll be another, and that falls in line with the new set because the main card in the newest set in Japan is Alter S. So we're getting a new purple Crest Garuru, a new black Blitz Greymon to go with the new Alter S we're getting in the set. So, but they're just going to be like, I guess, amped up versions of was it Violet Purple and Mugen Black?
Oh yeah, yep.
Or Venomous Violet? No, was it Venomous Violet? I don't know.
Venomous Violet.
Venomous Violet and Mugen Black, something like that.
Yeah.
See, you get a lot. Like this is cool, and like I feel like when they made the Ragnarlord and Jesmon thing, this is what they should have done it as. Like you get all these cool cards. It's got the cool Leomon, the X antibody, all those cool alt arts, the sleeves, of course, the traditional memory gauges. Because trust me, I found that out the hard way in that. It's not memory. This is a memory gauge, and this is a memory gauge. Memory gauges, you don't get a set of 2. You get one of each, and then you get the paper play mats. But that's still cool. It's very cool. I like them. And technically, you could screen grab that, and rip your playmat. So I mean, yeah.
You hear that, Banda? Start watermarking. You're losing money.
Well, and here's the funny part: they have most of this that you can digitally download on their website, actually.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're not really worried about it. They have once they release it, they literally have you can get it without even all the player stuff on it. So yeah, I'm excited. And like I said, I think Ultimate Cups are going to be good. I think the starter deck tournament is going to be neat, and hopefully we get more of those. Nationals turned out pretty much like we all predicted. I mean, Black War Gray won. You know,
I've camped out on my couch, was watching Nats on my TV in the living room.
You was giving us updates all day.
Yeah, I was into it. Like, oh my God, I was so like, kudos to everyone. Like, when I say this, I'm not throwing shade on anyone. I'm not throwing shade on deck choices. But man, was the final match not the most anticlimactic thing I had ever seen? And I don't watch sports. Like, I don't get into sports. But I was upset. I was upset. I wasn't upset that Kroos lost. I was upset that like the match was just so like, I don't want to say one-sided, because Kroos started off very good both sets. It's just Greymon knew what he had to do to win.
Mm-hmm.
And it was get a fat level 6 on the board and play the new option card. Which was a 1-of in his deck, by the way. It was a 1-of, and he found it both games.
Which is crazy if you really, really think about it. It's honestly insane.
But, I mean, both players were very good. I watched them play all day on stream. Loved it. It's just, when they finally got to see each other on that final match, man, it's just, the pieces fell in. Black War Greymon did what it needed to do. He knew that was his only win con. Yeah, like, he knew that was his win con. He was fortunate enough to find it both games. He found it relatively quick both games. That Kroos still, I mean, Kroos still put up a fight. It's just, once he was wiped, there was no recovering.
Which is kind of
there was one game where
that.
Yeah, that was one game. I can't remember what he was playing, but man, he had 3 of the new, like, triple tamer for Kroos, the white one. He had 3 of those on board, and they were just absolutely putting in work.
Putting in the work, son. Putting in the work. I'm literally editing.
But then you look at the other hand, like look at Euronats, which I did not watch any of the games from it. I don't even know if it was streamed. Look at Euronats, man. Kroos won it, and it was a Minerva version of Kroos. Like, it wasn't X7, I played very few of the pieces. I think the only Digi-Kroos it played was it X3? He didn't even play an X4, X5, X7.
All about swinging at them little boys.
Well, yeah, especially when you got Minerva giving them rush and retaliation. And it's like, Minerva is going to make these little bodies trade with anything and give them all rush. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a strategy, and it works super well, to be honest. It gets scary really fast, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it won Euronats. But
also in the next set, this is another stipulation for me to promote DP reduction. With Shine Gray and things like that, I think if you look
So
at the Japanese
I
meta.
have,
Like that's a thing.
this is a question. So this is because I legitimately don't know, and I think Tiny brought this up. When you delete a Digimon with save by reducing its DP, does save still proc? Because I know reducing DP ignores armor purge. Does it also ignore save?
Well, you know what? Let's see. Does
My
reducing?
mindset is if it ignore, because when you are deleted by your DP being 0, that is a game mechanic, because a Digimon cannot exist in the game state with 0 DP. And that's why it ignores armor purge. Well, no. It ignores
No.
armor purge because it deletes the armor, but the DP minus stays on the rookie.
Yeah.
So
It
armor
wouldn't
purge
change
still
anything about
procs,
save.
but the rookie also, because that effect carries over. Okay, never mind. I just answered my own question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you're good. You're good.
if you look at the rules of DP, it's reducing it to 0. The Digimon is deleted and discarded to the trash. The reduction to 0 by an effect and deleted, it's the game rules that are deleting it, not the effect that reduced the Digimon's DP.
Well, the other thing is that armor purge is there to stop a deletion. So if it was just this is going to be deleted one time, so you remove the armor purge to prevent that deletion. With minus DP, that's not the case. If you have a Flame Dramon out and it's got 5,000 DP, it gets minus to 0. Even if you armor purge, the Digimon that stack still has minus 5,000 DP. So unless by some miracle your rookie has more DP than Flame Dramon,
Yeah.
your rookie is going to drop to 0 DP as well once the armor purge resolves, and the rookie is going to die as well.
Yep. No, like I said, just me explaining that to myself answered my question.
Hey, that's how my brain works. I have to say it out
'Cause
loud for me to get it.
Because in my head, it's like, oh well, armor purge don't stop it from being deleted, so why would save proc? But it's like Connie just explained, it's armor purge isn't being ignored. Armor purge is still going off. It's just that minus DP stays on the stack.
Yep.
It's like when you get something plus anything and then digivolve it, it keeps that plus. Because it's still the same Digimon, it's just not the
just like
same
Venus Mon's effect, the security. Like, so if it's plus security or minus security, you can attack Venusmon.
Yep.
Like,
it's just security anything. Yep.
Yep. So like you just literally, like, I didn't know that. I didn't know Venusmon is like pretty much untouchable. Like, I was like, why is she so good? It's like, oh, there we go.
Another good thing about Venusmon is her, when digivolving, her effect to give everything -1.
Yep.
Is a blanket.
Yep.
It in like in Magic, it would affect the enemy player. So it's like even if they answer Venusmon on their turn, any Digimon they control, whether it was on the field when Venusmon was or played after, has that blanket effect until they end their turn.
Yep.
Because it's not a all turns, it's all Digimon your opponent controls until the end of their turn. So
I don't know if there are any ways for this interaction to go off, but there is something that's specified in the rulings for the save mechanic that says, because save is an on deletion effect. So if you have multiple on deletion effects and save is one of them, if you activate your save mechanic before you activate your other on deletion effects, you don't get the other on deletion effects because the Digimon is no longer in the trash.
Yep. I think that's going to come into effect in BT12, because in BT12, all the air quote Kroos decks, like all the new effects aren't about like crossing or fusing, whatever you want to call it. It's all centered around save. So it's like when a Digimon with save does this, or if you have a Digimon with save, do this, do that. Like there's still some crossing, but it's like they're playing more on the save mechanic than they are the Digi-Cross mechanic. Because like there's a lot of stuff that has save that just like it's not part of any of the crosses, doesn't do anything, but just have save as an ability.
It's just saved, baby.
I think going towards the save mechanic is a little more healthy for the game than going towards the cross mechanic anyway. Because
Also, look at the Japan meta. Because because like in the show, it was you had Pros, and then you had Hunters, which was just the sequel to Crows. So the new deck is Hunters. You're not so like so that's the new deck is Hunter. Like that's the archetype, and it is winning everything. Has been
Everything.
winning everything.
I see you there editing an image in the middle of the podcast.
I've been doing this the whole time.
Hey, that's all right. I understand. Look at my little icon down there. Notice anything?
Yeah, so I was like, wait. Wait. My mind just went blank. It's 1080 by, is it 19? No,
1920.
by 1080.
Yeah.
1920 by 1080.
Welcome to my brain.
It only
There we
works
go.
sometimes.
Yeah, it works great some of the time. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at me doing things. Yeah. Well, I guess we're done talking about that. We're going to transition into the main event, I guess you could say.
What was that?
Andrew,
What are you talking about?
are we not going to announce the event? Yes, no, maybe.
Oh, well, I mean, we can, yeah. I mean, if that's we never officially said yes or no on that date, but
Oh, I mean, I was I was good with that date. Sorry, I thought we was gonna do it.
I
My
mean,
bad.
so I guess tentative date currently
Yeah.
for the men's mental health donation tournament, April 29th.
Yep.
Don't really know a start time yet, but yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's gonna
start.
be earlier than
Yeah,
later.
we definitely want to start early enough. Hopefully, we get enough people for it to be a long running event, be a nice long stream. But April 29th, time is tentative. Rule set. We haven't really talked about that either, but I assume unless we want to go something spicy, it would be standard rules.
Well, I mean that could be the question of the week,
Yep.
and also for the Discord to judge on the rule set.
Yeah.
Yep. Do we
What rule
multi
set
cup
do we
it?
want?
Do we standard?
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about having a different rule set. I was just expecting it was going to be the standard, but that's a good question. What do the people want for the charity tournament?
You are what is making this thing go. What do you all want?
Yep.
I guess one of us could make a straw poll at some point and post it in the tournament announcement or whatever
Yeah.
for our Discord members to vote on. And
The-
obviously, anyone listening, if you would like to participate,
Post that
join the
poll-
Discord.
Post that poll in the Discord and also post it in the description of the
Description
podcast.
here.
Possible.
Yep.
I'll start on that now.
Yep. But yeah.
All proceeds, we have decided on a place to put it. And where's that, Andrew?
The charity Movember. The Movember Foundation.
Woo!
They have. I'm still looking into it, but they have events that you can do virtually, so we can stream it through them. As long as you sign up, and we've got plenty of time for that. And then we can also, we're also wanting to reach out to anybody that wants to sponsor it for prize support and be put on the little banner, and we can talk about them, whoever wants to sponsor it. So,
I guess to put you guys on the spot, what prize support are we wanting to really do? I bought a crap ton of sleeves at Corbin today, so I was thinking about definitely having that for some prize support, like the Son of Rizamon sleeves, the Rise, pretty much every basically Digimon sleeve they have made. I bought several of today. So yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it really depends on which sponsors we can talk to.
Yeah, I'll muster up some stuff. I shall fire up the old 3D printers.
Yep.
Yep, we got that. We still got we got Frost and Nebulas from
Yep.
Prismatic
Yep.
Defender.
I have about,
Yep.
I think I've got 4 or 5 100, sleeves of just the obsidian mats to give away. I've got some Oracle perfect fits to give away. So yeah, we're gonna work on all this, but we're just snowballing some ideas to see what you guys would like to see. I mean, heck, we've got a box of BT9 sitting down here.
Yep, you got that too.
That too. So I mean, it's still, and we'll keep everybody. Well, I mean, we'll update things the best we can. Obviously, join our Discord. You'll
Yep.
see updates first and more frequently there.
Yep, we got weekly locals that go on there where everybody gets to test their new decks. Mikey's been doing some recordings and live games with people too on the YouTube channel.
Yep. So yeah, usually like this is the time I'll do it. I'll probably do one. I usually do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. I try to do some midday matches with the group.
I really want to try to get that interview thing I talked about too. We got to figure that out. Do like a interview battle with people where security checks turn into questions for
Us
or them. It's kind of like your guys' interviews that we did at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. Just standard questions instead of like we'll have the questions wrote out on the back or somewhere on our security as we roll it over.
Like when me and Jordan were first talking about this, I wanted to do interviews with people just to figure out like, oh, well, you're coming to the Digimon card game from what previous card game? Because I always thought that was interesting where people came from.
For sure, it affects your mindset 100%. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited about this. We're all really excited about this. So just give us as much feedback as you possibly can, and we're going to try to just have, hopefully some sponsors support us in this, and all the proceeds of the tournament are going to the foundation. So it's like, we're not making it. We haven't made a dime off any of our tournaments, but
no.
Yeah,
this is purely it's I guess a passion project.
Yep, that's what I was about to say.
Trying to build a community, and we are still relatively small. Obviously we'd love to see a huge number for this, but realistically, we're not shooting for a crazy goal. But this will not be the only one of these we do. Hopefully, we will learn, grow, do better. Learn, grow, do better. That's all we can do.
It's the whole point of it, isn't it? I mean, that's why we're really doing it.
Yep.
And I think that's it. That's all I've got for tonight. We've hit on all the new major topics as discussion, future stuff that's coming out.
I'm about to hit a dead zone. Not that I'm casting from my car while driving home from work. Drive safe, be responsible. 100% hands-free device.
Yeah, 100% hands-free.
Hands-free device.
I have a TikTok poll going on right now for what deck I'm going to play at the Bielsa Cup.
Yeah, so go on Cardboard Mimic's TikTok and vote on that. He's got the pictures in it showing his decks and stuff. So yeah, go vote on that because he's really going to do it. So
Yep. I've got to order some cards. So
yeah, we got to get on that.
Tatamon win.
Tatamon. Nah, I voted Bagra because I haven't really got to play against it yet, and I'm ready. Well, actually, I'm not ready. I'll rage quit, but I'm ready in that anyway.
I've got a couple proxies right now, but we can play that later, hopefully.
I feel bad.
What are you proxying?
Bagras.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
and a Lilith maybe.
You know what'd be great?
I got you on Lilith. I'm pretty sure Mikey's got you on Bagras.
I got you covered on alt art Tyrannomons, metal Tyrannomons, and we might pull you. This will be coming out way after tonight's stream, but I'm going to be opening that box while we stream as well. I got a BT11 box. I'm going to crack open while we play.
Oh,
juicy.
There we go. But I've got to get off here. Get on home and take care of some nightly chores. So it has been nice. This is Haggy signing out. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Well, Tiny, you want to send us off?
Yeah, I think that's all we've got.
With that, I guess. This has been another episode of the Security Check Digimon TCG podcast. We appreciate you listening. We hope to see you again at locals or online, wherever. Have a great evening, day, morning, whenever you're listening, and we'll catch you next time.